Hey guys, Shirley here of Intelligent Domestications. I'm back in my craft room. It's my happy place, and I'm going to show you what I'm about to begin to work on. Dollar store pumpkins. I know you've seen these made over in so many very different ways. This year, I'm doing mine a little differently, and I'll show you what I did with them last year. But this year, I'm making a pumpkin topiary. So here's the solution I came up with to cover. I am simply Mod Podging my basic paper napkin on two, and I've already done one, so this is what it looks like. I have just used my handy dandy Mod Podge, which is one of my absolute favorite mediums to work with. I just Mod Podge the napkin all the way around. It's going to give it kind of a rough surface. It puts some white on it over that orange. And once this is good and dry, I'm actually going to paint over it. So you won't be able to see the orange. And it will make that napkin stay better. Normally, when you Mod Podge or decoupage and you're using napkins, like this is just a roll of napkins out of the kitchen, okay? They come in layers, and you probably know this. When you're using decoupage, you want to pull the layers apart. I did not do that in this case. I'm hoping for the best. I like the thickness of the two layers, and that's the main reason I didn't pull them apart. I like that thickness, and I'm looking forward to seeing the finished project and how that's going to work out. It's a dollar store craft project, and we'll never find out if our ideas are going to work unless we give them a try, right? So this is how I do it. I literally just, I just put it on and make it work. When this is finished, I don't have so much glue on my fingers, but it comes right off. It's water soluble, so that's nice. So once I put it down, I just kind of get the edges a little bit. I've been working with Mod Podge a really long time, and I know that it's a very friendly thing to work with, so I don't worry about it. I don't worry about rules and how it's done. I think you can make this work for you. So the next thing I'm going to do, I will come back and cut this off. Matter of fact, let's just do that now. I use my scissors and just boom, chakalaka. Then I'm just going to get me a little Mod Podge. I poured it into a little cup. I repurpose everything. This was like little ice cream. It wasn't really ice cream, but they're like ice cream cups that you get in the freezer section of the grocery store. And once you have, this one had like, well, I don't know what it's called. It's not ice cream. It's like frozen Kool-Aid, but you can repurpose pretty much everything, and I repurpose these for when I'm painting in my craft room or using things like decoupage glue, Mod Podge. I use them to pour the product in. I buy a really big container. You want to use your coupons to buy your Mod Podge because, to my knowledge, it's never on sale. But you can get 40% off at Hobby Lobby by using your 40% off coupon. And if it was on sale, it would not be 40% off. If it was ever on sale, it would probably be like 20% or 25%. Now see, this is a little fold. I don't care, because do pumpkins grow without little bends and folds? Some of them are so pretty. I had some on my porch last year that had those little bumps all over them, and I loved them. They were so cute. So I'm not worrying about those. I'm not trying to make it perfectly smooth. That's another project at another time. This one, I do not need it to be perfectly smooth. I'm generous, very generous with the product, getting it on. So you're just going to continue tearing your napkin, gluing it down, tearing your napkin, gluing it down. Okay, so I have decoupaged a basic kitchen paper towel. Just took a roll of paper towels and covered both of these dollar store pumpkins minus the bottom. I did not peel the layers off. My goal was to change the texture on the outside of the pumpkin, as well as to hide that seam that comes all the way up both sides, and I don't like that. So this is changing the texture. Now, hide the seam, change the texture. I have filled this little bottom of this cup with some acrylic paint from Hobby Lobby. And I am about to paint the outside of both of these white. I really need to hide this orange as much as possible. And so I'm just going to really coat them good with white, which is going to hide that orange. I don't want it to show through. It's not really going to be an orange pumpkin. I have a gorgeously beautiful, I haven't completely decided how to use it, but let me show you. It's from Deco Art. It's a metallic, and this one is bronze. It is beautiful. I know the camera doesn't do it justice, but I want to use this. It is perfect for fall decor, don't you think? It should blend in well with leaves. I actually have not made a decision yet about my final color on these pumpkins, but while the white is drying, I'm going to dig through my paint stash and make a decision. Okay, so that coat of white is dry. You can still see orange, but it's okay. I have a good texture. I really like it. I really like it. Yes, it looks like a paper towel. That's because that's what it is. But I love the texture. Okay, so I settled on the color. It's this chalk paint from Deco Art. It's a beautiful color. I know this because I have already done the other one. So you can see, oh my gosh, it's still wet, but oh my goodness, I love it. This is the first coat, maybe the only coat actually. I'm gonna do some highlighting, I think, let's see how it goes with this metallic bronze because I just want to use it so bad. We'll see how it goes. So I wanted to show you the color that I chose, and I'm about to go ahead and start using my little ice cream cup, and it takes a pretty good bit. I just pour a whole bunch of it in there and get started painting. And again, you don't want to watch paint dry. It goes on really smooth. You have to kind of, because of the paper towel, you really have to kind of glob it into those little crevices, but that's cool. It's kind of fun. It's awesome. It's so fun. So let me get back to work and we'll see what happens next. Okay guys, I'm using the Untitled Decor Matte Metallic in bronze. And here's what I have decided to do because I fell in love with it. I am putting, you'll love it better after it's over. So I'm actually covering the bronze pretty good so that the orange just barely shows through. So what I'm doing, I will show you, is I'm just putting a little bitty bit of the bronze on my paintbrush and dabbing it on. I'm covering it fairly decent. And then I'm taking a cloth, an old washcloth, and I'm kind of rubbing it in and using the washcloth sort of as a painting tool to smear the bronze around. It covers the little weave from the paper towel pretty good so that that's the name of the orange is actually Heritage, but it's kind of like a burnt orange, a really pretty pumpkin color. So it's not a bright orange. And so that actually shows through. I love it. This is going to be gorgeous when it's finished. So I'll show you that one more time. I think it'll probably dry really quickly because of the way I'm putting it on. And I'll go back and probably touch up a place here and there. I love the look. I love the look. So let's just put on a little bit more. I don't want too much, so I'm not trying to really cover it too well. I'm being kind of free-handed with it. But while it's still good and wet, I'm just really rubbing it in. You have a lot of little grooves from the weave in the paper towel, and the paint does not get down into those well, which is awesome, because then it leaves the orange shining through. I think that I am going to absolutely love this little bit of shimmer bronze on the base of my Pumpkin Topiary. So let me paint both of these. I know you don't want to watch the entire process, so I'm just using hot glue and jute. You can pick these up at the Dollar Tree. They come 3 to a package, and there must be like 5 miles on the package. I don't know, but I'm just going to add some hot glue to the stem. Be okay. And go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use my little stick to push that down. And the very first thing I do is stick my finger in the hot glue. I always use these little sticks. These things, this one came from my Easter egg topiaries. Easter eggs were stuck on them. They came from the Dollar Tree back at Easter season. I pulled the eggs off. You'll have to go over to my blog and just type in the search Easter topiary and you'll find it. They had little Easter eggs on them. I saved the sticks because they're good for stuff like this, to keep from burning your fingers. And whenever I wear it completely out, I'll just throw that thing away. There's always a few of those in my craft room. So when I get to the top, I just sort of improvise, because this stem is actually very small. So I use my little stick to create a tip. You can probably sort of see the glue as it's drying. You know, hot glue dries really quick. So I'm going to cut this off. Put one more dab of glue, and I'm going to get that end piece stuck in there. Hold it down with my thumbnail just for a second while it dries. And I can, if there's a big glob of glue left, I can actually just peel that off. So that actually gave the stem a much cuter look. So these stems just pull right out. So they're all glued together. We have a pumpkin topiary, really cute like this, but we can make it even cuter. I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. They were $1.49, but they were 40% off. So I just used my wire cutters to cut it apart. I fit it into place and I maneuvered these around. It's wire, so it's very bendy. So in the back, I'm going to tuck it in really well, and then I'm going to put a little drop of glue. I want to be sure that what I consider to be my front is my front. And it doesn't really too much matter where your front side is. We always like to try to pick whatever looks the absolute best. So I just put a little dab of glue, tuck that back wire, and I'm just gonna poke that stick in there so it'll stay. I'm gonna hold it in just for a second until the glue dries. So you see that that's gonna really add a lot of pizzazz.